my friends. It is your good pal, Chad Marco, here with yet another episode of How to Be a NEET. Today's episode is called Just Take My Money. And we're going to talk about how can you get funds, money, moolah, cream, cheddar, dinero, zenny, gold, gil, as a fucking lazy ass NEET in your basement, closet, room, rooftop, wherever the fuck you sleep at. How are you gonna get cash? That is the topic of today. But as always, we gotta have a subtopic before I get into the main deal here. And to me, it only seems appropriate that today's subtopic be about the man of the year, Donald Trump. And I want to start by saying, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Trump. No, I'm kidding. Nah. I want to start off by saying that I like this presidential campaign race or whatever. I had no interest in it. I don't give a fuck about politics and all that. And but what kind of made me pay attention was that I kept going to World Star. And every time I went to World Star, there were all these videos that had like negative things to say about Donald Trump. And I would click on those videos and I'm like people are offended by this. Like he would do like some slightly insensitive remark or some shit. And it's like, oh God, he's a racist. He's the next Hitler. I'm like, what? This is just some normal fucking asshole. They're all over the fucking place. This guy isn't anything special. So I was just kind of like weirded out by like how I don't know, like just how people were in this hysteria about this orange motherfucker. I'm like, why is everybody afraid of like Donald Trump winning? Like he's fucking nothing. He's just some normal asshole. And so I started paying more and more attention. And also I don't give a fuck about Hillary Clinton either, or Bernie Sanders, none of those motherfuckers. But I just from then on, I just kind of just kept one eye on the campaign, and I found it very entertaining because people were so mad. And maybe this is just like a neat thing, like when you just don't care, you kind of have a just want to watch the world burn kind of attitude. But I kind of found it funny how like, I don't know, how afraid people were of the possibility of Donald Trump winning. And but I never thought he would actually win. Like I was like, oh, he's just a meme. He's just a meme candidate. But I knew. I was like, God damn it, if this guy wins, there are gonna be so many butt-hurt motherfuckers in the world. I mean, oh my God. The shitstorm is gonna be catastrophic. It's gonna be a category 100. God damn, I saw it coming. But I didn't think he would win. I just knew the shitstorm would be major. And even though I was never really into like the whole presidential campaign or politics up until that point, and I was expecting Trump to lose, in the back of my mind, I had this slim hope, like I hope he wins, just so I can like drink all these tears. That there's gonna be a river of tears. I knew it's gonna be real bad if he won, and I just wanted to see those tears. And oh my God, like I swear God must have heard my prayers because he won. And I went to every website collecting tears, just everywhere. It was just like I was drowning. I could have died. Like it was the most like entertaining, pleasing, probably one of the highlights of my fucking pathetic ass life. Just watching all those people just distraught that Donald Trump won. Now, look, maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe because I don't really know this shit. Maybe he is the next Hitler. Maybe he is gonna ruin America and all that shit. But I don't feel it. I don't share in the hysteria about Trump. I feel like the worst he'll do is just be a boring ass president that doesn't get anything done. I don't think, he'll come and go like most presidents, That's why I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, it was just goddamn, man. Like, am I the only one? I know I'm not the only one because I talked about this with somebody else, one of my other subscribers, and he felt exactly the same way. He just knew like the tears was gonna be worth it. That's all he wanted. But speaking honestly, from a semi-serious stance now, I'm interested in seeing what he does in the White House. I'm a patient young man, you know. I'm not ready to judge everything just yet. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I gotta see his entire 4 years and then kind of reflect and research and look at every little thing that he did and the impact it has on the country before I really make a decision. So I'm still kind of like on the fence about Donald Trump. I just want to see what he does. You know, I don't know shit about politics. I don't give a fuck about politics really. So I'm just curious to see, like, does he live up to the hopes and dreams of the people that supported him, or will he just prove the naysayers correct and that he's just a bumbling idiot buffoon who really should not be in the chair? But at the very least, if you didn't give a fuck about Hillary Clinton winning or having the first woman president winning, then goddamn it, you had fun like I did when he won that night. Oh my god, it was so major, it was so entertaining, it was so fucking worth it. Goddamn, I mean, shit, dude. That's like Donald Trump winning was like the biggest L of the century. Well, for him, it was like the biggest W, but like for like, that was, it was the upset of the fucking 2000s, I swear. It was like Muhammad Ali losing to Joe Frazier. It was just, nobody could believe it. It was just unbelievable. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on Donald Trump. Not really for or against him. I just want to see what he does, you know? That's it. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic of today's episode, which is about gathering funds. I'll be right back after sipping some of this fine juice. Don't you go anywhere, cuties. Okay guys, so I am back, and as I said, today's episode is called Just Take My Money. Now, even as a NEET who usually doesn't have to worry about things like car insurance, mortgages, cell phone bills, child support, etc., you still need money. You still have wants, you still have needs. You gotta buy those tendies. You gotta buy those figurines. You need those fleshlights. So, and video games. Oh my god, excuse me. So, today we're gonna talk about how to get your hands on cash as a NEET. So it's going to be a very short episode, bear with me. But my first tip isn't so much about how to get money, but it's a mindset thing. I believe that as a NEET, you really have to be of a frugal, you got to be a frugal person. You have to be a minimalist. Because let's face it, you're not going to get your hands on a lot of money when you're a NEET. So you have to know how to work with what you have. So me especially, I'm very creative. I mean, you give me a stapler, a worm, and some Clorox, and I'll find something. I'll find some way to turn that shit into some good fun. I remember when I was in school, we had these long tests that would determine whether or not you were going to the next grade. And I remember I would always finish kind of early and be bored out of my mind. And I would just take the spare paper that they gave us and my pencil and make little board games out of it and just, play that shit. and have the fucking time of my life while I'm waiting for the class to end. But yeah, you just have to be creative, you know, have the mindset that the best things in life are free, and just enjoying the little things. Find any little way to have fun. I think that's an essential part of being a NEET, because there's gonna be a lot of dry spells as far as money is concerned. So you want to know how to not lose your fucking mind. I've heard so many times where some normie would attempt the NEET life temporarily, and they just couldn't hang. Like, they're like, man, I don't know how you guys do it, man. Like, I was so bored. I had to get out of the house and shit like that. And NEET life definitely isn't for everyone. Some people are more social. They're more of a social creature type than us. So, but if you have to be a NEET, then you definitely have to know how to keep yourself entertained without spending money. So first of all, you have to change your mindset, or just adopt the mindset of being able to function with less. But that brings us to tip number 2, which is make sure you have the fucking internet. Because with the internet, as you know, there's just so much free shit. I mean, you got free movies, free music, free porn, free video games, free anime, free manga. I mean, look, fuck all that shit. Fuck all the anime and shit. Even other than that, like, there's free just information, period. Anything you want to know. If you want to learn how to program, is there. You want to know how to do music and get programs and shit, is there. You want to know how to draw, is there. It's so much shit there to keep you occupied and keep your mind stimulated for free, even, that the internet is essential for the NEET. Now, of course, since you're here listening to my broke ass, that means you have the internet. So you have accomplished step 2. You deserve a round of applause. Now, but another thing that's essential is you have to have your internet food right. You have to know where to go and how to get the things that you want, because it's not always easy to get what you want for free. Pirate Bay. But as long as you know where to look, then you can find most things, or at least enough things to keep you occupied without having to spend any of your valuable shekels, any of your valuable NEET bucks. You can keep that for the essentials, like things that you can't necessarily download for free, like figurines. But yeah, definitely got to have the internet if you're a NEET, because it allows you to get so much shit for free. And as a NEET, you need as much free shit as you can fucking get. But those first 2 tips are kind of no-brainers. Now we're gonna get to the meat of the matter. Like, how the fuck do you get the tangibles, the real fucking cash in your hand? Now, I'm like Salto from Welcome to NHK. Now, if you remember, he was receiving an allowance from his mom, but he was on like some big boy shit. I mean, he had his own place and shit. Like, she really must have loved that degenerate asshole, because she paid for like his whole situation. Me, I stayed with my mom, so I'm not really asking for much, but shelter and a few shekels here and there. But yeah, now this is mainly a tip for the mommy NEETs out there. If you stay with your parents, then it is essential that you establish a great relationship with your family, your lifeline, because otherwise you may end up homeless a lot faster than you want to be. So be great, be kind, be respectful to your family, and be helpful, and you might get some fucking allowances and money in return. Now, see, what I do is I do like little menial tasks, like, you know, I'll wash the dishes, I'll clean this, clean that. A lot of times I go to the store for my mom, And when it's cold or raining and shit, and she doesn't want to leave the house, I go out there and brave the normie world for a while, and then I get like a little money. Like she'll give me like some money off the top, and just to do little simple things for her. So yeah, if you're a mommy NEET especially, you can get money as long as you're not like super unreasonably unbearable autistic around the house. Just you know just be as helpful as you possibly can, and I'm sure that you can get little extra funds to get the little bullshit things that you need. So yeah, be good to the mommy unit and get those get those good boy points, if you know what I mean. Now, some people, they're on the next level. They get that check. you know what I'm you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people get that check, that real money. Now, this is tip number 4. I say at least try. Now, I know it's very difficult, but at least try to get that disability check. Now, I say this because I know my mom has a friend, and she had a fucking stroke, and the left side of her body, like you can look at her and tell she's fucked up, but she cannot get disability for the fucking life of her. Like, oh my god, get this woman a check, please. But then again, I have another family member who got disability just because he had like minor bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never fucking know if you can get that shit or not. So I say at least try. Now this is a funny story. My dad doesn't live with me, but he suggested that I try to get on disability. Like, oh my, like that tells you like, is there any wonder why I ended up the way that I am when I have a father that, like, have you ever heard of some shit like that? Like, oh my God, that's so encouraging. Tell your son to get on disability. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, this is the same thing. So how can I talk? But yeah, at least try, because you never know. And that's a check. That's real money. That's not like mommy handouts like I have to rely on. That's that real shit. But now, tip number 5. Now, I found this to be extremely easy to get. Now, that is to try to get food stamps. Now, food stamps isn't the same as money, though you can sell food stamps to those who want it and get money that way. But the good thing about food stamps is that it eliminates the need for you to spend your hard earned your NEET bucks or whatever the fuck on food, tendies, snacks, candies, or whatever. Now, man, I was surprised. Like, I went out and tried to get food stamps completely on a whim. I didn't think I'd get it. I didn't get disability because I really didn't try that hard. But food stamps, I don't know about now, but when I got them, it was so easy. I couldn't believe it myself. I was like, damn, I got like $100+ of food stamps a month. Like, easy. It was easy as fuck. So yeah, try to get food stamps because oh man, but be careful because I gained like 10 or 15 pounds after I got food stamps. I mean, I was eating all the shit that I ever wanted, all the junk food that like the fucking $3 Oreos and shit, all the expensive shit, the good shit that'll really fuck you up and give you diabetes. I was fucking eating it up, man. I had fun with those food stamps. But yeah, try to get food stamps, and you can flip that shit. If you know if you know somebody who needs it, you can flip that shit and get real money. So yeah, food stamps, that's a big come up for a NEET. Man, I swear, like even my mom was like excited when I got food stamps. Like she had no idea that I went out and tried to get food stamps and shit. And then when I got approved and shit, like I felt like a hero. Like I was finally putting, I was bringing home the bacon for the first time in my life, even though it was with food stamps. And oh man, I felt like Goku when he beat Kid Buu. I was the savior for a while, bringing food home. So yeah, try to get food stamps. It might make your mom happy. Okay, so now what number am I on now? Was it what, 5 or 6 or something? Whatever. Okay. Tip number 5 is to sell some of your old electronics or anything that's valuable. Now, NEETs tend to be the nerdy type, geeky. So usually we have accumulated piles and piles of valuable electronics and video games and movies over the years. Now, one thing that I've done a lot of, just to, maybe I needed a new video game or just needed some extra money, I would take some of my old stuff, maybe go to a pawn shop or GameStop or whatever, trade it, and just sell things that I wasn't really using anymore, and then, kind of basically just recycling old shit to get new shit. So if you're really smart about it, then, and make sure to buy things like games that are going to remain valuable over the years and stuff like that, you can continually do this for years. I mean, I survived off that process for a long time, but you got to be careful, because over time I ended up really depleting my collection of video games and stuff just by constantly like reselling and selling shit and buying this and not, properly replacing it. So, but the good thing is, like I said, because of the internet, it's so much free shit. I don't really buy, I don't have to buy a lot of shit anyway, because there's enough stuff that's free that, I can still keep myself entertained with movies and games and shit without having to spend a lot of money. But if you have accumulated a lot of like toys and gadgets and shit, just look around for the shit that you don't really need or use anymore. Sell that, buy something else that's valuable, use it, and when you no longer need it, you can sell it again. Just keep the cycle going for as long as you can. But yeah, selling shit is definitely an option. Now, God, I've already forgotten. 6, 7, fuck it. Now, something else. Now, I only dabbled in this temporarily, but as you probably already know, on the internet, there's certain ways you can make money, like mTurk on Amazon, or I've seen people create blogs and try to get traffic and get ads on the blog, so they make money that way. YouTube, some people try to make YouTube channels to get enough views to get money. So there are all these different ways you can get money by just spending a little time on the internet, doing some research, and finding a lane where you can get just a little extra cash. Now, my problem with this, especially like shit like mTurk, is like you can do like hours of work for chump change. Like 10 hours of work and you get like $5 and shit like that. So, that's really not for me, but I've seen some people really dedicate themselves to it and, make a decent amount of money. But it's just one of those things that you have to research and apply yourself to. And when you're in NEET, that's really not our cup of tea. But hey, it's there if you want it. I even had a friend, one of my subscribers, we were talking, and he recommended this thing where like there are like these t-shirt websites where you can design t-shirts. And when I say design, I mean go to Google, find a picture of a fucking anime character and put on a shirt and try to sell it that way, and you get like a portion of the money, I think. So but then again, that's still is, there's the hump of having to get people to actually buy the shirt, to like the design and buy the shirt. When it comes to making a blog, there's the hump of having to get traffic to your blog. When it's something like mTurk, there's the hump of putting in hours just to get bullshit money. So there are all these little ways to get money online. They call it passive income, but I've never really taken the time to really get the ball rolling with that. I just dabbled here and there, and I can see the possibilities, but you really would have to dedicate yourself to it if you want to make enough money to really be able to spend on the things that you want. I don't know. It's really just not for me personally. Now, now this is a funny one. Now, I seriously doubt any of you want to go down this road, myself included. But you know, porn is very hot now. Especially those free cam sites, those cam sites where you can kind of tip the performer. Now, if you're a sexy NEET who's taking care of his body, and you don't mind whoring yourself out to the degenerate masses, you can always create a ChatterBait account and try to basically just be a cam whore. Now, this particular lane is dominated by females. I mean, this is really a girl's game. So unless you're like a trap or something, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money this way. But I mean, hey, if you don't give a fuck, then I say go. I would really be interested now in seeing like a NEET go the ChatterBait route to make money, and just to see like how successful it would be. Like how much, like is that really something that's a profitable option for for NEET's fucking cam whoring? But it seems to work out for traps at least. But yeah, that's there if you want to. So hey, go for it. Okay. Now, last but not least, since you have so much free time, I mean, just unlimited time. There's all this time to learn different creative skills like drawing, programming, and music. So there are a lot of like artists and shit who draw like porn for people and do commissions, and they make money that way. So you could take the time and learn how to draw like Futanari's fucking horses with shitting dick nipples or like pony porn or whatever, and make money that way. Take the time to learn some type of like artistic skill, and get people to fucking pay you for it. I always remember this one guy who liked my music. I mean, he just straight up like sent me $10 through PayPal. Like he was just like, "Hey, dude, good job. Here's some fucking money." I'm like, "Oh, like for what?" He's like, "Dude, just keep doing you." I'm like, "Okay." So you never know. Try to get good at some type of something, even if it's just making YouTube videos or something that's relevant to a certain audience, and maybe get them to donate or whatever. That's always a possibility. And oh yeah, of course, there are things like Kickstarter, Patreon, and GoFundMe, which are basically just begging pages for money. And speaking of Patreon, I myself have just created a Patreon for anyone who's interested in donating to me and my cause. As you know, I'm a rapper, and I've noticed that so many, like, oh man, I gotta say thank you, because so many people give me so much good feedback about my music, and I really want to dedicate a lot more time and energy to it. So I'm going to create a Patreon for anyone who's interested in donating, because I could always use, a better laptop to make music, maybe a keyboard, headphones, a better mic. And I hope to one day get to the point where I make like some music videos for like some of these songs and shit. So that's why I'm going to start my own Patreon, where, you can give me your NEET bucks and shekels and put it into this crazy ass music project we got going on here. So yeah, now I'm going to leave a link to my Patreon in the description below for anyone who happens to have any loose change lying around, I really appreciate it and put it to semi good use. Now, that's it for this episode of How to Be a NEET. I hope you have learned something today, even though I doubt that you did, because what would a broke ass NEET know about money? But money had to be addressed because it makes the world go around. Now, coming up, of course, we have our final segment where I have my 4chan post of the day, and I answer some comments from you guys, my lovely subscribers. So yeah, stick around and I'll be right back. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. See ya. Okay, guys, I am back, and it is only fair that before I go, I haven't been around like this for a while, so we need to spend a little extra time together. So I'm going to have the 4chan post of the day. So let's check this out. Now, this was on Sock, the social board. Every now and then I go there to, see if I can find pictures of cute girls and shit. And I stumbled across this thread where someone's asking about black guys, right? And the person asks, are black males completely undesired on this board outside of cut garbage? What happened to the black threads? And the second post says, now I'm assuming this is a girl, saying that I do, I guess that means I do like black guys, but most of them on Sock look like beta virgins because they are most likely. Now, I just find it funny because, like, that's me all the way. Like, I am not representing for the black race. I'm not a good, and now I don't agree. I've seen like a lot of like just average black guys on 4chan, like just normal black guys. But there also like black bots, like the fucked up black guys like me. Like there's like at least like 80% of the black guys on 4chan are like black bots. But then like the same can be said for most races on fucking 4chan. A lot of us are fucked up beta males, but I don't know. Just seeing her like call us out like that, like that's just one of those moments where I really realized that how much being a beta male is undesirable for girls. When I was growing up, I always knew that I wasn't exactly an alpha male. I mean, I'm nothing like an alpha male or anything like that. I mean, I'm pretty fucked up, but I figured just statistically, I would end up having sex or getting a girlfriend. But, it's really starting to dawn on me how much women really hate fucking beta males. I mean, yeah, I like them, but most of them are beta virgins because they most like damn, it's no sympathy. It's like, fuck you beta losers. Like man, I don't know. I just found it funny because, I am that beta male, black bot, black guy, whatever the fuck. I am that within that group, and it's just, I don't know. It's weird to me how we can be just so unattractive to the opposite sex. I know it's bad, but is it really that bad? I mean, damn. I mean, can we not get a sympathy fuck? Ugh, whatever. But yeah, that's the 4chan post of the day. And before I move on from that though, I just want to say, I've been on 4chan for a while, and I've seen, because there are girls that go to 4chan, I've seen attractive white girls on 4chan. I've seen attractive Asians, pretty much every race except black girls. I have never seen like you know how, now look, fellas, I know some black bots. Why? You know what a bad black bitch look like? You know what a damn, or at least even a cute black girl. I have never seen an attractive black girl on 4chan. I don't think attractive black women go to 4chan, period. Like like I think it's like oil and water. I don't think they even come here. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. If you've ever seen like a pretty black girl, like a legit like pretty black girl post on 4chan, then let me know, because I have never once seen like a black girl that I would fuck on fucking 4chan. I've seen like the fat, you know, like the fucking I've seen those, but never like the pretty ones, man. But I've seen, like, it's not like pretty girls don't be on 4chan, but pretty black girls just seem to not like this place. I don't know. Well, I know why, but yeah, that's the 4chan post of the day. Next, I'm going to read off some comments. So stick around, man. I'll be right back. I mean, really? Like, is it this that bad? I mean, you can't fuck like one beta black. Oh, fuck it. Okay, guys, it is time for the final but best part of this show. Excuse me if I sound a little tired, because I am. I've been up all night working on various projects, but we're gonna get through this. Now, I'm going to read some of your comments because you know that I'm in love with you guys. So let's start off by reading one from our good friend NEET Life. Okay. Sorry if you already said this, but how many years have you been a NEET? Now, I don't know. It's hard to kind of keep track. The years kind of blend together, but I gotta say at least about 7.5, 8 years. It's been a fucking while, man. You could definitely say that I'm a veteran NEET, but there are those who are like, you know, I mean, goddamn, like 40, 50. You know, like those are the fucking grand wizard NEETs and shit. So shout out to them. But yeah, about 7.5, 8 years. It's been a fucking while, man. Like, my loser card is official these days. Let's see, what's next? Sir Mix-a-Lot says, yo, I just went through all of your podcasts and I gotta say, you have a really good thing going here. It's precise, entertaining, and cuts through all the bullshit. I'm not much of an artist, but if you're still looking for a commission, you can hit me up anytime. I'd love to take a crack at it. Keep up the good work, dude. Thank you so much, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, I've been asking around for someone to make the R9K mixtape cover for a while now, and I haven't found anyone. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to make like a video specifically about the R9K mixtape, and you know, just kind of put the word out that, you know, anybody who's interested in doing the cover, just, you know, try to make something, you know, be creative and send it to my email, and whichever, and if anyone, you know, sends, hopefully people send a few, and if any of them are awesome, I'll use it, you know, fuck it. So I think I'll just do it that way, and if no one's interested, I may have to dish out some money and find like some artist somewhere to do this shit, whatever, but it'll happen, you know. But I really want one of you guys to do it for me. It'd be so cool, you know, because I love crowd participation. Yeah, so let's get to the next comment. Oh my god, my stomach's growling. Okay. Thailand said, I love how the music video consists of 4chan posts. 10 out of 10 can relate to the feels. Thank you, Thailand. You know, I'm not really at the point where I'm making like music videos and shit, so I gotta be a little I try to be a little creative with you know when I upload my songs to YouTube, and that idea just kind of came to me, and it really worked out. I mean, so well. God damn, I mean, that was a real stroke of genius there. And yeah, you know, even though, you know, when it comes to that feel with no girlfriend, I really kind of put those feels to the side. I'm really good at coping, you know. Yeah, I have to find a way to make it through the day with a smile on my face, you know, as a virgin single dude. So, I tend to kind of repress those feelings, but man, like when I made that song, I really brought it all out. I think that's why it's so relatable, because I took all those little moments and feels over the years and kind of put it into music. That's why I'm enjoying making like this R9K mixtape so much, because it's been a way for me to put my authentic self into my music, and that's really been therapeutic for me. So and I'm glad that people can relate to it. So thank you so much for that comment, Thailand. Okay. Days said that you're dead ass good at this, and this is fucking relatable. Thank you, Days. That is what I aim to do with my robot music. I hope that I can touch the feels of robots all across the land. So yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Eric Hallberg said, only betas get friend zoned. Accept that truth, faggots. And dude, where do you think you are? That is all I have to say. What's next? Oh God, what's the next one? Okay, now what's this? Diddle says, such a good raper. Diddle. That is true. Very true. I am Super Crash says, you can make catchy ass hooks like it's nothing. I like Wiz Khalifa. When he first put out his first album, Rolling Papers, there was a critic who said kind of criticized the album, and he called Wiz Khalifa a hook meister, meaning that he's good at creating hooks, but his bars, not so much. But I think that I have that same ability as Wiz, where I'm really good at making hooks. So yeah, I guess you could call me a hook meister, but I'm also seeing that, my bars are getting better. Like the shit that I'm saying, like my verses, are really touching people in a special way. So I think I'm really I'm becoming more well-rounded, so to speak. But when I first started rapping, I've always been good at making hooks. That's really my expertise, making hooks. So yeah, thank you, man. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. You gotta explain that name to me. He says, don't forget the homies when you're up. Dude, like if I ever make any amount of like success off of this shit, like even if it's like a fucking $1,000, I'm gonna spread it to the bros immediately. I've been thinking like, if I did get like some money off of this shit, like I would do something like, I don't know, like like if it's like Christmas or some shit, like I want everybody to give me like their Amazon wish list, and I just want to like buy everybody what the fuck they want. Like if I have money, that's kind of shit I'd do. I'd be buying like my subscribers shit. Everybody who got me to the top, I would be just like, I'd be so grateful. I'd be a fucking philanthropist. What's they called? Philanthropist? I don't know. But yeah, dude, I'll never forget any of you guys. So stick around, man. You never know. Who's next? Mouse said, Vegeta is not better than Goku, you bitch. Mouse, fight me. Okay? Fight me. And last but not least, Michael Smith said, I think this is on the video, my first episode of No Singles Allowed, where I reviewed Blade Runner 2049. Michael Smith said, black people are too stupid to understand Blade Runner 2049. Come on, Michael. That is not a nice thing to say. You're better than that. Come on. We're all friends here. I didn't give it very favorable reviews, but it was a very comfy flick. I just found it kind of dull at times, okay? Give me a break now. But I still love you. You're my friend. You're my compadre. So thank you for that comment too. I do enjoy unconstructive criticism too. Okay, guys, so that's it for comments, and that is it for this episode of How to Be a NEET. Oh, look, 44 minutes. It wasn't that short after all. Okay, so yeah, guys, I hate to say it, but I gotta go. I just want to say, anything else I gotta say? No, not really. Okay, yeah. So, just try not to be broke. Try not to spend all your money all at once. I think, oh my God, I'm really excited about the next episode, because I think for episode 6 of How to Be a NEET, we are going to talk about those beautiful night walks that NEETs love to have. So I will see you guys then. Sayonara. Chad Marco, off scene.